Welcome to Pewaukee High School, Week 4 of the Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights. It's a Woodland Conference matchup tonight as the Pewaukee Pirates play host to the Greendale Panthers. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our broadcast tonight with Hall of Fame football coach Terry Kelly. I'm John Weiser. Glad you could be with us tonight for this Woodland West matchup. Pewaukee at 2-0 in conference. Greendale at 1-1 in conference play. A big ball game tonight, and with the developments over in New Berlin today, this takes on a bigger importance.
Eisenhower may have to sit some players with a suspension because of some actions that have taken place, so both these teams want to get control of this conference race, so tonight's game, pivotal.
Pewaukee bounced back from an opening week loss to Riverside, defeating Pius and Shorewood Mesmer in the conference matchups. And then with Greendale, they have split their two conference games with both New Berlin squads.
Right, and they had an open season loss to a good Badger team, and so they played some tough competition.
Should be a great matchup here tonight. Let's take a look at our players to watch tonight. We'll start first with Pewaukee on offense. It's the senior tight end.
TJ Chadwick, excellent hands. 2 catches this year, both for touchdowns.
And a sophomore quarterback in Logan Doberstein.
Logan, also very good basketball and baseball player. They're putting it in his hands to run this offense.
Defensively for Pewaukee tonight, senior on the defensive backfield. Love this name, Justice Zimberi.
Justice was an honorable mention all-conference selection a year ago, holds up the back end of that secondary.
And on the up front, defensively, Cooper Young.
Cooper Young, very strong at the point of attack, wants to take control of that line of scrimmage.
For the Panthers tonight on offense, we're going to keep an eye on their wide receiver, the senior Sammy Muth.
Yeah, Coach Stoltz said Sammy Muth can flat out fly, and so they're looking to get the ball deep to him if they can.
And getting it deep will be the quarterback, the junior, Will Brust.
Will got some time last year, and he wants to continue building on his success from last year.
Defensively for Greendale, up front, Evan Taft, a junior lineman.
Evan Taft, very strong, going to help take that 3-4 and stuff the line of scrimmage.
Also, all-conference player Brett Shumway, but we're going to see him in a different position tonight.
Yeah, right before the kickoff, we've been told he's going to move to nose man to try to gum up that wing T attack of Pewaukee.
Should be a great and exciting ball game tonight. I think one of the keys tonight we'll talk about is who weathers the weather tonight.
Yeah, a combination of wet conditions as well as the wind is really going to have an impact on the game.
Should be a great matchup. Stay tuned. Mike will be back with us. He'll have both coaches for tonight's ball game as we continue our pregame tonight out in Pewaukee. It's the Pewaukee Pirates, Greendale Panthers, our Thursday Night Lights presented by Heiser Automotive Group. We're ready to go tonight in Pewaukee, a Woodland Conference West Division matchup tonight. Greendale won the toss, deferred. They will kick off. The homestanding Pirates will receive the opening kickoff here tonight. Nazir Spencer and Elliot Miller standing deep. Alvarado's kick will sail into the end zone for a touchback. So they will get the ball at the 20-yard line as we try and work in our keys to the game here for Pewaukee tonight, Coach.
Well, Pewaukee, for them, the key to their success, they feel, is limit Greendale's possessions. Means you got to do well on offense and defense. They've got to tackle well in space, and they've got to be more aggressive going after the ball when it's in the air, both offensively and defensively.
For the Panthers tonight, what do they need to do?
They want to stay balanced on offense. They don't want to allow the big play, and they've got to win the turnover battle.
Pewaukee 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Quarterback is Logan Doberstein, 6'6", 165, and a sophomore in under center. And the first play from scrimmage goes to Chris Johnson, busting it out left side. Out across the 40-yard line, down the far sideline across midfield. Still on his feet and wrestled down inside the 30-yard line. They'll mark him at the 25 of Greendale. Big run going off the left side.
Yeah, right before the ball was snapped, the tight end shifted over to the left side, helped get an extra blocker on that. You can see Chris Johnson, the fullback, take that ball upfield.
"54-yard rip to set up Pewaukee. The Pirates at the 26-yard line. They'll swing it out near side. That's a backward pass, and that's a live football that will go out of bounds. And they will mark it out back at the 36-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6, Coach, on the lateral.
Right, you know, Pewaukee is looking for ways to get that ball to the outside, not just with their wing T attack, so they were looking for some of those quick screens.
We mentioned Doberstein at quarterback. We saw Chris Johnson with the 54-yard run. We've got Nazir Spencer and B.J. Yost in there as well. And Schrader at wide receiver, Chadwick the tight end. Up front, Crawford, Sklenar, Greisbach, Kuglich, and Young, your offensive line. They'll try the near side. They struggle forward inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line, pickup of about 3. Once again, Chris Johnson. It was Miguel Smith, the corner on the near side, to make the stop. Here's the defense for the Panthers tonight, a 3-4 look, and again, kind of a change in the middle as they move Shumway from inside linebacker to nose tackle, replacing Hart up front. Zach Janis will get a start too at inside linebacker for the Panthers. This will be 3rd and long now, 3rd and 17. Doberstein has a man out there, gets it out to the tight end, dumps it down near the 20-yard line. Timmy Haga, the senior, able to make the reception, short of the first down. We get one more look here. Just settled in nicely.
Okay, interesting decision. Coach deciding to go for the first down here.
This quarter, our first downs are brought to you by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Going on it at 4th and 4 from the 25. Fumble on the exchange, and Doberstein's going to be stopped at the 20-yard line, and the drive stalls there.
The Pirates turn it over on down.
Reisbach and Doberstein on that exchange, and again, wet field tonight, windy conditions, that's going to play a factor tonight.
Yeah, they got themselves behind the chains right away with that backward pass, and that kind of destroyed the rhythm that they had gained on Chris Johnson's big run.
Again, tonight our broadcast is streaming live on the Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on my24milwaukee.com. Click on the Watch Live button. You can also find complete game videos and photos from this season's games. And don't forget, tonight we'll rebroadcast our game tomorrow night, Friday nights at 7 here on My24. Greendale taking over, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. They'll try up the middle. Not much there. Gain of a couple. Brust, the quarterback, taking the snap and working it through the middle of that line.
Yeah, trying to run that quarterback power. Notice that they took Shumway and brought him into the backfield to be the lead blocker on that.
Bring up 2nd down and 7 at the 23 for Greendale. Taking over on downs from their own 20-yard line. They're going to throw for the first time. They'll swing it out far side. They get it in the hands of Muth. And he'll take it out near the 27-yard line, short of the first down. It'll bring up 3rd and short as we set the Greendale offense. We mentioned Brustic quarterback. We're going to keep an eye on Muth, who's out there at a wide receiver, and we'll see him tonight quite a bit. And that offensive line of Hurd, Loranth, Vale, Hamilton, and Martin, a very good one. We watched practice on Monday this week, Coach. Very impressed with how they got things going. They'll go trips here to the near side on 3rd and short, 3rd and 3. This is Colin Book, the quarterback, and he's not going to get to the first down stick. Good hustle to the ball, good rally to the ball for that defense. Finally brought down Justice Zimberi, who we mentioned in the pregame.
Yeah, they're going to shift both quarterbacks. Both Brust and Book will play. Book's already rushed for 2 touchdowns on the season.
3-4 look for Pewaukee tonight. Chadwick, Young, and Kuglich up front. Sklenar, Sheridan, Johnson, and Miller, the linebackers. And then you've got Lavelle, Zimberi, Longini, and Evers, your secondary. Sam Sommerfeld to punt here. And he'll get off a good one. Take it near the 39-yard line. Coming up the near side with it. Miller on the return. Miguel Smith on the stop on special teams. And so it'll be the second possession here for Pewaukee with just over 8 minutes to go here in this scoreless first quarter.
Yeah, besides running the wing T, one of the things we're going to look for from Pewaukee is they're also going to try to look for some jet sweep motion, because if they can pull those linebackers to the outside, it sets up their inside trap game, as well as the running that wing T offense with all of its fakes.
Again, they had that big 54-yard run on the first play from scrimmage tonight, but unable to capitalize. Let's see what happens on their second possession here. They'll start from their own 45. In the backfield, Johnson. He'll get the call. Out to the 47-yard line. Brought down by Joe Tates, the inside linebacker.
Joe Tates in on the tackle. Second down.
5'11", 175 goes Johnson. A pair of touchdowns against Pius earlier this season. Good initial surge up front by Greendale on that defensive line.
Pewaukee, that last set, had double tight ends in there. Now they've opened it up a little bit.
At the 47.
Yost here to the near side. He'll line up as a wing. Two receivers left. Oberstein in trouble. Down he goes. Ball is out near the 40-yard line, and the Panthers pounce on the loose ball.
Also a flag down on the play.
There is a penalty marker on the play. Looks like Zach Jantz got there. Picked up the loose football. Mike Arndt is our referee tonight.
Penalty is for a false start against the Pirates. That'll be declined. The Panthers will take over. First and 10.
Legal formation, the fumble. Panthers get the first takeaway of the ball game out near the 40-yard line of Pewaukee with 7:18 to play here in this scoreless first quarter. Let's head down to the sideline. Our first visit tonight with Mike McGivern.
Guys, thank you very much. Dr. Mike Caddy, he is superintendent at Pewaukee High Schools. Danielle Bosonic, she's also here at Pewaukee. Both Cardinal Stritch grads. You got to feel pretty proud about Cardinal Stritch, some of the great work they're doing, Doctor.
Yeah, we're thrilled to have Thursday Night Lights here and be part of this program, and we're excited to hear that Cardinal Stritch is a sponsor, and we're both products of their doctoral program where they focus on leadership, learning, and service, which is a great fit for us and a great fit for schools, so we're thrilled.
You know, next time I interview Danielle, it's going to be Dr. Danielle. Really getting close on this. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited to almost be done. I've had great mentors along the way, including Dr. Katie, but great mentors at Stritch and great colleagues to work with along the way.
Hey, Doctor, last question for you. A lot of great stuff going on in the school district here in Pewaukee.
Yeah, we have a real exciting year. One of the big things we have is a $40 million construction project going on throughout campus, so we're so appreciative to our community that really supports our schools and excited for the new facilities we're bringing online.
Hey, guys, thanks for having us out here, and certainly Cardinal Stritch, thanks for being a sponsor. Boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you very much. Thank you, too, to Cardinal Stritch University picking up sponsorship this year on Thursday Night Lights. Well, with the turnover, Panthers take over at the 40-yard line of Pewaukee. And this will be Book going up the middle. Inside the 40, down to the 36-yard line. Colin Book, sophomore, 6'1". He has 2 rushing touchdowns on the season. Jacob Kuglich, defensive end over here on the near side, makes the stop.
All-conference selection a year ago as a sophomore as an offensive lineman. Another one of the many players for both teams going both ways.
Well, all season when a team gets inside the opponent's 20, they enter the Stritch Red Zone. Focused on your success, visit stritch.edu. Flags before the snap. Too many men? Maybe what we have. 12 men on the field, Greendale.
When we visited Coach Stoltz on Monday, it was interesting. He kept talking about all his personnel groups. One of the things he didn't alert us to, he's actually been putting Shumway, who was an all-conference selection last year as an offensive lineman. They've got him playing the H-back sometimes. They've put him out sometimes in the backfield to be the lead blocker.
So the penalty makes it a 2nd and 11. 3 receivers to the near side. Shumway in motion now will come back into the backfield, and it will be the quarterback, Will Brust, trying to take it outside. Penalty marker thrown as the tackle is made. Brust to the 40-yard line will check out the foul. Eric Longini there to make the stop for the Pirates.
You know, one of the keys we mentioned just a little bit ago was how Pewaukee felt they needed to do a better job tackling in space and getting on that outside because they fear the overall speed of Greendale.
Personal foul clipping call here against the Panthers.
Shot block signaled against the Panthers.
So 2 big penalties here on this drive after taking over on the fumble recovery at the 40. This will push the ball back into Greendale territory, back to the Panther 45-yard line.
You know, talking with Coach Frisky and defensive coordinator Mike Lecker, they say one of the things with Coach Stoltz, you always wonder what he has up his sleeve. He's usually got something special planned. He likes to get the ball vertically, and there's all kinds of unusual twists and turns.
Mike Lecker Sr., 54 years. Is there anything he hasn't seen?
No, and he has the you know, the thrill of working with his son as well as one of the assistant coaches.
2nd and 25 from their own 45. Rust going to step up, throw on the run, in and out of the receiver hand, incomplete. Came up on the receiver rather quickly. Jeff Paul, the intended target, the senior wide receiver. Two-sport athlete, and he'll tell you he should have had that one.
Right, that's, you know, once again, the ball a little moist. Things can happen very strangely in a game like this with this kind of weather.
Sets up a 3rd and 25 for Greendale. Again, this drive started at the Pirate 40-yard line on a fumble recovery. Shumway remains in there. He'll line up in a slot receiver to the right side. Doubles each side here for the Panthers. Rust hit as he's thrown. Ball is out, picked up by the Pirates, but it's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. Mike Arndt, the referee, immediately signaled incomplete pass, said the arm was going forward as Brust was trying to get away from the defense that time.
Pewaukee only rushed 2 that time, dropped 9.
Take another look. And it was 56, I think, in there. Fred Crawford who got in there. Panthers to punt for the 2nd time tonight. Sam Sommerfeld. And now they rush 4, and he's going to go down at the 35-yard line. I'm not sure if they had a fake called on their coach or what, but how did 4 guys get in there clean?
Right.
It was Chris Johnson who got there and finally got the punter down, but those were 4 dark-shirted Pirates in there clean.
And Greendale had some struggles last week in its game with Eisenhower in the kicking game, coming back to haunt them tonight.
So Pewaukee will take over at the 34-yard line. Well, he's a television icon, and now he's taking on his greatest duty ever. Don't miss Judge Jerry. That's weeknights at 5 and 5:30 on My 24. Now let's see what the Pirates can do as they take advantage of a short field.
And we haven't really
Panther 34.
Haven't really seen them run much of their wing T look tonight so far.
Roll an unbalanced line here to the near side. Late handoff. Coming around is Yost. Trying to get upfield, nowhere to go. Good job defensively. Joe Tates got in there again to blow up that play, stepped inside. They were going to fake that ball that time to Johnson and then give it to Yost, but Tates was right there.
Yeah, Greendale's made a little adjustment with their 3-4 defense. It's really a 3-3-5 right now, and they've walked yet another guy up as an extra backer inside, and you can see that they're willing to blitz quite a bit of the time.
Justin Frisky, head football coach at Pewaukee. They have an elaborate signal system to get these plays in. They'll bunch 3 receivers over to the far side, send a man in motion, penalty marker, and the whistle. Does it look like the defender broke the neutral zone, or was it a false start? It was a false start. So penalty here against the Pirates. Move them back to the 43. One more look here.
Linebacker keeps shooting up through that A gap. You know, one of the ways to disrupt a wing T offense is to get penetration in the backfield foul up the timing.
All that means something. One's the lineman call, the other one is the actual play call.
Right, as a lineman, I'd never be able to figure that out.
2nd and 19 from the 43, again showing blitz on the Panthers. Oberstein throws it incomplete, short of the intended receiver. BJ Yost, the receiver out there near the 30-yard line. So it becomes 3rd and long now for Pewaukee. 3rd and 19. Each team getting a crack at a short field here, and so far have not been able to capitalize. Late substitutions here for Pewaukee. I think it will come in. Line them up far side, along with Ashton Janowski.
At the 43.
Now timeout taken
Timeout.
by Justin Frisky. It'll be a timeout Pewaukee here with 4:26 to go here in this first quarter, a scoreless first quarter. Again, confusion on the package that was going to go out there as far as the play call.
They could see the officials starting to count things down, and they knew they had to take the timeout.
Timeout here, so while we have that, let's head down to Mike. We're going to have a chance to visit with the folks from Bubon Orthodontics.
Guys, thank you very much. I'm here with Farron Wright from Bubon Orthodontics. Farron, it's nice to meet you. So the reason why it's really important for you guys to be out here with Thursday Night Lights in front of all these high school age kids is what?
There's a lot of benefits to orthodontic treatment on top of just the self-improvement you feel with confidence from the cosmetic treatment. It can help improve the health of your jaw, of your skull. We offer so many different types of options as far as treatment goes, from regular traditional braces to Invisalign, who if you were to get and play in a football game wouldn't quite get as caught in your lips. And with the Thursday Night Lights mentioning at any of our 17 convenient locations, you get $500 off of treatment.
Hey, so those days of getting the really big, almost railroad track braces, those things are gone, right?
I mean, they're still around if you're looking for them. They're really nice if you'd like to put some colors on.
There you go. Hey, and Rory's here again. Rory, it's good to see you. How are you this week?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing very good. Good to see you. I'm so glad you showed up. Any questions?
How are the grandkids?
My grandkids are doing great. Thanks for asking, boys. Back to you.
Touchdown pass from Doberstein to Elliott Miller, and Pewaukee on the board facing 3rd and long. They hit the go route down the numerals for the touchdown. Extra point upcoming. Andrade for the point after. It is good. 7-0 Pewaukee. 4:17 to go here in this first quarter. They hit the big play. Just a go route right down the numerals.
Well, that blitzing action has forced them to do a little bit of a rollout. Threw it all the way back to the other side. Elliott Miller did an excellent job, just keep grinding his way into the end zone.
7-0 Pewaukee. We head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
So, guys, listen to the defensive coaches on the Pewaukee sideline. They're pretty happy, but cautiously optimistic at this point. They're saying, look, we need to continue to stay very disciplined in our reads. We've shown you exactly what we feel like they're going to run, and let's make sure we make no mistakes and trust each other out there. Pretty excited on the Pewaukee sidelines, boys.
They should be. 3 plays. Drive started just inside the 40-yard line. They hit the touchdown pass. Doberstein, his 4th touchdown pass of the season to Elliott Miller.
Yeah, Pewaukee's not going to make a living throwing the ball, but they sure found a perfect time to hit that play.
This will take a bounce inside the 10. Out across the 15 and just short of the 20-yard line. Miguel Smith running that one back for the Panthers. Stopped just short of his own 20-yard line. BJ Yost on special teams getting down on the coverage. And that's a good weapon. Put that ball in the turf with that wet field. Make it hard to pick up. We haven't had any rain per se, but it's been kind of a gray, misty kind of evening.
It's like we're in London.
Yes. Greendale will start this drive short of the 20-yard line. They'll put 2 tight ends in, 2 receivers, single back. This is Hanazeski, I should say, the senior. Taking the carry out across the 27-yard line. Senior, another 2-sport athlete in track, Elliott Miller there, who scored the touchdown, able to make the tackle.
Yeah, and Mason, an excellent student. They refer to him as kind of a Renaissance person out here, very active in musicals, directing the band, you name it. And they said Coach Stoltz couldn't say enough about what a fine kid he was.
A special shout out tonight to Dan for providing wonderful food each week for our Thursday Night Lights staff and crew. Check them out at dandanmke.com for their complete menu and delivery options. Great food tonight. Gonna go for the home run. Over the shoulder catch and out of bounds. They will rule him out. It was not in bounds. Beautiful pitch and catch between Brust and Miguel Smith. Dropped that one in nicely.
Miguel Smith, also a track man, much like Jeff Paul. They have that speed along with Muth. Many weapons where they feel they can get those vertical shots down the field.
Had the right foot out of bounds before he made that catch. So it sets up 3rd and short, 3rd and 2 here for Greendale. Muth will come here to the near side.
3rd and 2.
Miguel Smith to the far side. Shumway in motion. They will hand it off. Hanazeski
on the carry.
close to the first down, and we'll have the Gruber Law Office's first down for Greendale. Max Sheridan making the stop for Pewaukee.
Shumway, with that experience last year as an all-conference offensive lineman, they bring him in the backfield as an extra blocker, helps give him that surge at the point of attack.
1st and 10 Greendale, their own 31-yard line. Official stopping play for an equipment check, looks like. Now we got everybody set. Under 3 minutes to go, Greendale trailing 7-0 here late in this first quarter. Try again off the left side, not much there.
Summerfeld on the carry.
Summerfeld able to take the ball. It was Chadwick who brought him down defensively along with Sheridan.
Chadwick
Gain of 1, 2nd down 9 upcoming here for the Panthers. This time they'll bring Smith over here to the near side. They'll line Shumway up as a tight end here on the near side.
2nd and 9.
Throw it out, complete to Muth. Breaks a tackle and out of bounds near the first down marker.
Brust's pass is complete.
Beautiful throw that time again by Brust to Muth. And they'll move the sticks. Logan Evers out there defensively for Pewaukee.
Another example of trying to make that tackle in space. That's pretty tough when you get matched up one-on-one with that receiver to the outside.
Gain of 10 sets up a 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Greendale starting to find their footing a little bit here offensively. Brust will hand it off. Breaking a tackle out there. Summerfeld down the far sideline, inside the 40, down to the 30-yard line and out of bounds inside the 30. Sam Summerfeld, 5'11", 177, a junior, will pick up the first down. Elliott Miller, that's his 4th tackle tonight already.
Greendale trying to get a handle on their offense. They graduated 3 guys from last year's team who accounted for over 2,000 yards rushing.
Pewaukee needs to take a timeout on defense. We will take a break as well. 2:02 to go here in this first quarter. Pewaukee hitting first. It's the Pirates 7, the Panthers nothing. Our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights in Pewaukee. 31-yard pass reception by Sommerfeld sets up the Panthers inside the 30-yard line of Pewaukee. Will Brust at quarterback. Full house backfield. Brust going to toss it out, gets it out quickly, and completes the pass to Jeff Paul, the senior wide receiver. Elliott Miller there to make the stop. 5 tackles tonight now for Miller.
Second down.
You can see Brust on that quick out. Good timing with his receiver.
Paul, another one of those track standouts at Greendale. Boy, track and football, that is a great marriage for your specialty players, your wideouts and your running backs.
Second and 4 at the 22.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Play action. Brust looking for a man, and it is incomplete, nearly intercepted out there, intended for Smith. There to break it up was Elliott Miller, nearly came away with the pick.
Just couldn't quite come down with it.
Miller that time, the defender actually got his hands on the football, just could not corral it for the interception.
Both of these teams, we're seeing a number of these guys get shuffled in, both offensively and defensively. Anywhere from 5 to 8 of these players are going both ways.
Sammy Muth is split out here the near side. Shumway will line up in a slot near side for the Panthers. 3rd and 4. Shumway in motion into the backfield. They will hand it off. Big hole up the middle. Sommerfeld, touchdown, Greendale. Sam Sommerfeld going right up the middle behind number 99.
99.
Right up the backside of Shumway that time, who was in there, moved back into that H-back slot in the backfield.
Yeah. Coming into the game tonight, in their first 2 games of the season, Sam had rushed for 104 yards and 2 touchdowns.
28-yard touchdown run. Extra point away from tying this one up. Pedro Alvarado does the place kicking. Muth on the hold. And we are tied at 7. 9-play, 80-yard drive, 2 big plays, the 28-yard touchdown run, but it was set up on the 31-yard pass reception down the far sideline.
You know, it's interesting. I think many people, when they think of Greendale, think of a passing attack. And if you look over the past couple of years, you know, Rob says Stoltz says he's going for a 60-40 split, but it's pretty even, about 2,000 yards on the ground, 2,000 yards in the air last year, and he's trying to keep that balanced attack again tonight.
We're enjoying a great one here tonight in Pewaukee, and we bring you a dose of reality. 90% of Americans who are addicted to tobacco, alcohol, or other substances started smoking, drinking, or using other drugs before they reached the age of 18. A Dose of Reality is brought to you by Mixap, Milwaukee. Our kickoff tonight brought to you by Mixac and tobaccoischanging.com. Alvarado set to kick. Miller and Spencer deep. This will be a line drive kick picked up by Miller. Takes a tear down the near sideline across the 20 and lunges forward just short of the 30-yard line. Elliott Miller with a nice return. Down on the play by Matt Schultz on special teams. So Pewaukee run right into your living room here. Elliott Miller did a nice job getting some extra yardage there.
Little hidden spin. One of the keys we said for Pewaukee was limiting Greendale's possessions, which means not only on defense do they have to stop them, offensively they need to get a series going that'll get extended rather than just a couple home run plays. So I'm sure Coach Frisky wants to see if they can get a little drive going that'll sustain for a while.
1st and 10 for the Pirates at the 29.
They'll start this drive from their own 29-yard line. 3 receivers tight to the left side. They'll toss it to the man in motion, Spencer. Cuts it back up the middle across the 30 to about the 31-yard line, pickup of 2. Nazir Spencer, senior running back, brought down on the play by Dylan Schuster on the outside.
Second down.
Nazir, another track. We keep coming back to that point, and rushed for 2 touchdowns so far this season.
Honorable mention all conference Schuster a year ago. You saw why there. Stayed home at his outside linebacker spot, able to make the clean tackle.
2nd and 8.
Call it 2nd and 8. Chadwick in motion to the other side. Out of the backfield. B.J. Yost in motion, takes the snap. Out across the 35 to the 36-yard line, short of the first down. And bring up 3rd and short. Sammy Muth on the safety spot there to make the tackle.
Once again, Greendale trying to shoot a guy through that gap, trying to get that penetration to disrupt the flow.
Pewaukee's going to let the clock run here. And that'll do it for our first quarter tonight. A Woodland Conference West Division matchup. Pewaukee hosting Greendale. Our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on My 24. With Mike McGivern and Terry Kelly, John Weiser back with you. Quarter number 2 in Pewaukee. A 3rd and 4 for the Pirates. The toss, it will go to Johnson. Will get the first down and then some. Diving across the 45-yard line, Chris Johnson, the junior. Let's head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, if you've been around high school football at all, you know the name Mike Lecker. Been coaching a long time. I'm watching him on the sidelines here. I'll tell you what, he has lost zero passion for this game. He is as fired up over here as he was 15, 20 years ago. He's a heck of a football coach, and he does a nice job here on the sidelines with the boys from Pewaukee.
Got to help to have somebody like Mike Lecker with those 54 years of experience behind him, helping you on his staff, and it's got to be a joy to be working with his son here at Pewaukee.
They talked about how much they're enjoying this experience.
1st and 10 from the 46. Not much there. Going up the middle again, Chris Johnson. Brought down by Tyler Frunsick, the junior, along with Brett Shumway, inside linebacker, nose guard. Kind of going between those two positions tonight. Pewaukee now over 100 yards of offense here through the first quarter. 107 entering this second quarter. So they are able to move the ball.
2nd and 8.
Fake the toss to Yost. They'll come back on the inside.
Nazir Spencer with the
Nazir
carry.
Spencer. We've got an injured player down. It's Shumway who's down for Greendale.
Yeah, Pewaukee tried to run a little counter play that time. That's, you know, a staple of that wing T offense.
This is going to take something out of Greendale if Shumway is out, because he's going both ways tonight. We've seen him on offense. He's been a force on offense, that blocking back offensively, and was supposed to start at inside linebacker tonight. Coach Stoltz moving him to nose guard to start the ball game tonight.
Greendale came in down 2 other players for them. Matt Diamond, 6'3", 211-pound junior, who plays Summit center, Summit tackle, and Joey Gordon, who they considered one of their better defensive players, 6'1", 231-pound senior. They're already down those 2 players.
Well, later tonight, we will highlight an unusual moment from tonight's game, and our Uncommon Moment brought to you by Concordia University. Live Uncommon. Sincerely hope Brett Shumway gets back in here tonight for Greendale. 3rd and 7 for Pewaukee, just short of their own 49-yard line. Doberstein gets it away on the blitz, completes here to the near side, hits the tight end, TJ Chadwick, into Greendale territory, down at the 42-yard line. Tyler Frunsick again there to make the stop as we take a look, able to pick up the blitz.
Yeah, Coach Frisky is getting what he needs here. We've got to hold the ball for a while, try to get a drive established. Meanwhile, Gary Jagodzinski, the Greendale defensive coordinator is bringing the linebackers all the time, trying to put pressure on Pewaukee.
There you get a look at Justin Frisky, the head coach for Pewaukee. They'll toss it back. Again, Nazir Spencer flags on the play as he takes it down to the 39-yard line. This will come back for a holding call. And it will be marked off from the spot of the foul. Mike Arndt, our referee.
Holding is the penalty against the Pirates.
I'm sure high school players enjoy the fact that they don't mention who had the penalty is on, but doggone well, during film sessions, the coaches are going to point those things out.
That was a 10-yard penalty from the
Miega will
spot
come in
of
now at
the
a
foul.
tight end position.
That makes it 1st and 18 at the 50.
We go twin tights here. Nathan Schrader also in now as the X-receiver, as they call it here at Pewaukee. He'll line up on the far side. Single back. It's going to be Johnson. Nothing there. Good stout defense for Greendale. Is Nate Hart, who's back in there now at nose tackle, replacing Shumway, and Larenth, Luke Larenth, the defensive end, to make the stop.
Hart at 281 and Larenth at 264. Those are two pretty stout guys to have at the point of attack.
Set up a 2nd and 18 here for the Pirates right at midfield. And they got on the board first. 31-yard touchdown pass. Greendale able to come right back. Looks like we had movement up front.
Yeah, they're bluffing the blitz, and the offensive linemen getting a little nervous. And, Greendale's got quite a advantage in terms of size on their defensive line as compared to Pewaukee's offensive line. And so far, Pewaukee hasn't been able to utilize speed to take advantage of getting to that outside.
So a 2nd and 23 facing the Pirates back at their own 45-yard line. They need the Greendale 32 for the first down. The toss to Johnson. He'll cut it back up the middle, breaks a tackle across midfield to the 41-yard line. Good strong run for Chris Johnson, a 5'11", 175-pound junior. Picked up 64 yards rushing in the season opener against Riverside.
Yeah, Chris, wrestler, and he's showing that drive, that leg drive, and that power as he takes it upfield, busts through a couple tackles to continue his carry.
Gives them a manageable 3rd down. Pick up a 14, making a 3rd and 9. Oberstein with time. Going to throw it away as he was chased out of the pocket. Good pressure put on. Zach Jantz coming in there. He recovered a fumble earlier tonight, provided the pressure on the quarterback.
Oberstein kept his wits about him that time, did the smart thing instead of taking the big loss, throw it out of bounds.
Muth is deep for the Panthers. Andrade does all the kicking here for Pewaukee. It's going to be one of those spread punts, kicking on the run, and it will skip into the end zone for the touchback.
Andrade's punt goes into the end zone.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Greendale at the 20-yard line. Let's head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey, we're here with Andy Smith, Salvation Army. Andy, first of all, you did a great job waving out there. Well done.
Thank you. I get better at it each time,
Hey, Salvation Army right now is a perfect time to you guys looking for volunteers. Let's talk about that.
We have to fill 10,500 two-hour shifts in Waukesha County. 50 kettle locations, 7 weeks, 6 days a week. We need everybody to come out and take a 2-hour shift. We need companies to, departments, church organizations, groups, whatever it is, ball teams. WaukeshaSalvationArmy.org. We can't do it without you. And $800,000 is what we're trying to raise.
Andy, what does it take to be a good bell ringer?
Well, it's a little bit of the wrist. It's a little bit of the charm, and you can either do it like that or you can do it like this. Whichever, or try it.
So what do you think? I would kind of do circles.
You would.
Yeah. What do you think? You want to hire me right now, don't you?
I really do. I really do.
You know who does it better? The boys up in the booth, man. John Weiser, Terry Kelly, they're perfect. You need to hire them.
We need a Meet 24 group. Hey, there we go.
There you go.
It's fun, it's easy.
Boys that just volunteered you guys for the Salvation Army, thank you very much.
All right, Mike, thank you. And the Salvation Army would like to recognize Andy Smith, Director of Marketing Communications, for all he does in doing the most good. We'd like to remind everyone that you can do the most good by donating. Take advantage of two opportunities. You can drop off non-perishable food items in the Salvation Army barrel at any of our Thursday Night Lights game locations, or text TNL to 41444, and it will take you to the online donation page. And I'm honored to say I've rung a bell or two in my day for the Salvation Army down in the Kenosha area. 1st and 10 for Greendale. Swing it out here, and it's dropped again. Second time it dropped. Intended for Jeff Paul. It's his second drop tonight, and again, he was open. Logan Evers was out there defensively.
No one feels worse about that than Jeff. You can see him pointing at himself as he walks back towards the huddle.
Coming up, we'll highlight high school students who achieve in tonight's Carthage Aspire Student Highlight, brought to you by Carthage College Aspire Program. You'll find it at carthage.edu. Bouncing to the outside with the carry. Nice run. Again, Sam Sommerfeld. Making the play there was Longini and Johnson, the linebacker and safety on that outside.
Sam, a three-sport athlete, and also plays both ways. So both coaches finding ways to get their good athletes on the field.
3rd and 4 at the 26.
They're down, 4 to go here for Greendale. Slot here to the near side. Timeout taken by the Panthers. Play clock was running down. We watched the back judge. He was down to his 3rd count. And
you can see they're coming up to the line of scrimmage. They've had an initial play. Then Coach Stoltz, based on the alignment that Pewaukee gets into, he makes his decision if he's going to change the play. And they kind of got caught in the midst of that switch.
Well, earlier tonight, Mike had a chance to visit with the folks from tobaccoischanging.com.
Hey guys, thank you very much. I'm here with Troy Barnett, and she's representing a number of things tonight, and I asked her to please tell us who it is.
Hi, as you said, I'm Troy Barnett. Thank you, Mike, for having me. I'm with the Tobacco-Free Community Partnership of Dodge, Jefferson, and Waukesha out of the American Lung Association.
You can see why I asked her to do that. Troy, let's talk a little bit about your mission and why it's so important for you to be here and in front of high school age kids.
Thank you. We're talking about tobacco is changing. So tobacco is changing, folks, and they're making candy flavors for kids. The new demographic is the high school population and middle school population as well.
Troy, I've got 4 grandsons, and I worry about this because, again, it's getting very easy, and I want to thank you. You guys are doing good work at this point, correct?
I hope so. We're sure informing a lot of people. So parents need to know that the conversation can be had with their kids. They're listening. And the industry has gotten a lot of misinformation out. And parents can help their kids to understand the dangers.
Troy, thank you. It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
You bet, boys. Back to you.
Mike, thank you very much. Sommerfeld stopped short of the 1st down. Barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. Chris Johnson was in on that tackle for Pewaukee. Sets up a 4th down for Greendale.
Chris broke down, good position, made a tackle in space.
They were short players on special teams, so Greendale will take the timeout. They have 1 remaining. Well, Gotham City has a new protector. Suit up for the new DC Superhero Series Batwoman. Sunday nights at 7, followed by Supergirl. That starts October 6th on Milwaukee's CW 18.
Spotter Sean Raffaelli just pointed out one of the problems coming up here is Brett Shumway is their snapper punts. You can see Brett across the way, not quite sure exactly what the injury is. So now they're having to make some adjustments, and the fact that he's also a two-way player magnifies his loss.
Once again to the sideline, Mr. McGivern.
Number 10 for Pewaukee, Eric Longini, is he's hurt. He had gotten hurt the last series. He tried to go with it. They're looking at his right leg at this point. I got to be honest, I don't think he'll be back tonight, but that's just my guess, boys.
Great, Mike. We appreciate it. Thank you. 4th and 3 from the 27. Be a short punt, bounces across midfield. Will roll dead at the Pirate 39-yard line.
The 39-yard line. First down, Pewaukee.
So Pewaukee getting good field position out of this now, just short of their own 40-yard line. As they try and work a series here in a tie ball game. They got the early lead. Pewaukee, or I should say Greendale, came right back. 80-yard drive to tie the game at 7. Again, a critical game for both teams in the Woodland West. Pewaukee at 2-0. Greendale 1-1, can't afford to fall another game behind in that tough division. So Doberstein will lead his offense out, the sophomore. They'll roll Chadwick into motion to the right side. This is Luke Leveille. Leveille, the 9 carries, 80 yards and a touchdown on the season for Leveille.
Second down.
Didn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Lanrath was there, the defensive end, to make the plays. You get a look at Rob Stoltz, head football coach at Greendale.
Once again, Greendale really trying to pressure that offensive line for Pewaukee, constantly bringing linebackers through those different gaps.
Elliott now will check in as a slot receiver here on the near side. Levier, the single back in the backfield. Again, the Panthers showing blitz. They'll run it to Yost. BJ Yost coming around the right side, and he is stacked up just across the line of scrimmage, maybe the 41-yard line.
Third down.
Again, it was Hart, Nate Hart, in there now at nose tackle, able to make the play for Greendale. Brings up 3rd and long now for Pewaukee. 4.5 minutes to go here in this first half.
Pewaukee fully realizes the need to hold the ball on offense so you don't keep giving those speedy receivers the chance to get downfield for Greendale.
Under center is Doberstein. He's going to swing it out here to the near side. Again, it's a backward pass, and it's going to roll out of bounds. It was intended for Miller.
Lateral goes out of bounds.
That's the second time tonight they've thrown that pass behind the line of scrimmage where it's squirted out of bounds, so it'll be loss of yardage, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, really didn't get his feet set even for that quick throw. You need to kind of step back, plant that foot, and step into the throw.
Sammy Muth is standing inside the 25-yard line, awaiting the punt by Andrade. High snap. Andrade now, that little spread punt. He's going to keep it. He has some room. Has a lane down the far sideline at the sticks and out of bounds.
Stepped out.
Let's see where they mark it. Out of bounds, near midfield. They mark him out at the 45-yard line as he tried to make that cut up the field.
It'll be 1st and 10, Panthers.
One of the few programs that uses that, what they call spread punt, where the punter then has the option to sprint to either side, figure out what they're going to do. 4:02 to go here in this second quarter. We're going to step out A tie ball game, Pewaukee and Greendale. Our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights in Pewaukee. Great smiles from our crowd. This season's Smile Cam brought to you by Bouban Orthodontics. Give the world your smile. Check them out at boubanortho.com. Levier making the play there at strong safety. 4-yard pickup down to the 41-yard line. Bring up a second and a long 6 here for the Greendale Panthers. Brust at quarterback. Saw a little bit of Colin Book in that first quarter, but this is Brust on the play fake, going to go down the sideline, has a man out there, and it goes incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. Third down.
Looking down that far side, Miller on the coverage, looking for Jeff Paul again. Tried to drop that one in there, get it around Miller.
Elliott's got 1 interception so far this season. At pretty good position that time, covering speedy receiver.
Let's see how the Panthers play this one out on 3rd and 6. Given a good field position here. Starting this drive at the Pewaukee 44-yard line, and now they will take their final timeout here. Some confusion on offense, so Rob Stoltz now out of timeouts here in this first half.
Have the feeling if they don't get this first down, I think Coach Stoltz will go for it. I think he has some confidence in his defense.
Well, Mike had a chance to visit earlier tonight with our good friends at First and Bowl.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with the boys from First and Bowl. As we're talking, firstandbowl.com is their website. Ryan, how are things going?
Great. We're having a lot of fun over there. We just added a Giant Connect 4 basketball game, life-size, which has been a huge hit, so another thing to come check out. Now that we got football season rolling, our projectors are going around the clock with great games to watch and a lot of other fun activities happening.
Well, you know my first question to a place like this is what the food is like here with Tristan Brown. He's the guy who puts the food on over at First and Bowl. How's the food?
Oh, the food is amazing. I mean, we have an extensive menu, pizza, hoagies, and we also have wings. But we have salad as well and vegetarian selections as well too. And we also have funnel cake Fridays where funnel cake fries are free. So
you can't beat that. Go in and see these guys. You want to play the games here, but you want to try the food over here. First and Bowl. Thanks, boys. Back to you guys.
Mike, thank you. Well, Brust trying to drop one in again to Jeff Paul. Had it in his hands.
Just off his hands.
Yep. Right out of the fingertips, incomplete. And the punting unit is on here for Greendale. And the Panthers out of timeouts here.
Now it's interesting, I think Colin Book is back there as the punter.
And in traffic, making a diving grab near the 15-yard line.
Elliott Miller. First down, Pewaukee.
That could have been trouble there. But it will be Pewaukee ball just across their own 15-yard line with 3:08 to play here in this second quarter. A tie ball game. Much what we thought it would be here tonight, kind of a chess match here between two very good teams.
Right, you know, trying to move your athletes as best you can to try to take advantage of situations. So that allusion to chess is a very accurate one.
Again, the injury to Brett Shumway tonight. We hope it's not serious, but he has not returned for Greendale. They'll toss it here to the near side. That is Chris Johnson, and Johnson out near the 20-yard line, pickup of about 5 for Johnson. Looked like it was Schuster, Dylan Schuster out there who made the stop. Get one more look. Had some success with that little toss play to Johnson tonight.
2nd and 6.
Gain of 4 officially. It'll be a 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line. 2.5 minutes to go here in this first half. And they'll toss to Johnson, cuts it back upfield across the 25 out to the 27-yard line. Should have enough for a first down for the Pirates.
First down, Pewaukee.
Got to that near hash, coach, and then planted that left foot and then took it upfield.
Yeah, Pewaukee doesn't feel, I think, that they can run their trap game inside because of all these blitzes, so they're trying to pitch, get outside of that blitzer and see if they can make some yardage that way.
First and 10, Pewaukee. Their own 29-yard line.
First and 10.
Again, they'll toss to Johnson. He's met in the backfield. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Matt Schultz in there on the stop. 6'3" senior for the Panthers. B.J. Yost will enter now. He will come in for Miller. Johnson tonight now at the 100-yard mark rushing the football. Second down, we'll call it 10.
2nd and 10.
Blitz coming. Again, Johnson able to break a tackle across the 35 and stretches out to the 40-yard line. He'll get 10 more and another first down for Pewaukee. Clock will stop with $1:25 to go. Colin Schuster there to make the stop.
Coach Frisky told us what a hard runner Chris Johnson was, and he's certainly demonstrated that so far tonight.
A couple of rushing touchdowns against Pius earlier this season. Led the team with 64 yards rushing in the season opener against Riverside. First and 10, Pewaukee. Doberstein wants to throw. Doberstein near side, completes. TJ Chadwick, the tight end, with the catch. Gain of 8 out to the 48-yard line. Getting in a bit of a hurry up here as we're under a minute to go and 1 timeout remaining for the Pirates. One more look here. Doberstein able to sling it out here to Chadwick. Flag at the snap. Johnson met in the backfield for a loss. Got to the 46-yard line, but the referee throwing that flag. Illegal shift, 2 men in motion here against the Pirates. Greendale will decline the penalty. Justin Frisky, head coach for Pewaukee. See that elaborate signal system that his offensive coaches have. He is the offensive coordinator.
3rd and 6.
Johnson breaking tackles across midfield, gets the first down to the 44-yard line.
Schuster with the tackle.
Gain of 11 and a first down. Colin Schuster able to make the stop.
That time the blitzer ran right past Chris Johnson.
They'll just spike the ball to stop the clock here.
Doberstein.
22 seconds to go here in the half.
2nd down.
And Chris Johnson over 100 yards rushing here in this first half. Junior running back. We mentioned he's also on the wrestling team. Uses that leverage to his advantage. 2nd and 10 for Pewaukee.
2nd and 10 at the 44.
Again showing blitz. Doberstein gonna drop back, launch it out far side, and it's incomplete. A lot of hand-to-hand combat out there. No flags intended for Elliott Miller. Miguel Smith entangled with Miller out there.
Both of them kind of pushing to gain an advantage. The referee made the decision, we'll just make this a no call.
17 seconds to play. 3rd and 10 from the Greendale 44-yard line. Johnson the single back. Again, Doberstein throwing on the move, in and out of Chadwick's hands, incomplete. Again, Chadwick, we'll tell you he should have hauled that one in and would have had perhaps a first down play there. So that stops the clock, brings up 4th down. Let's see how Justin Frisky wants to play this one. Send the punting team out. Andrade out to punt this one away. Now again, he's got that sprint punt mentality, so I think Pewaukee was short of a player. So the Pirates will take their final timeout. Again, part of this tonight, Coach, the different units that both teams employ offensively, so when you get down to special teams, you got guys that have been out, in and out, and suddenly you're back out there again on fourth down as a punt return or punt protection.
Yeah, both coaches trying to do some situational substitution so that they give a rest to people, but sometimes when you're taken out, you forget what's your next obligation. You know, Thales Andrade came here 4 years ago from Brazil. This is the first year, by the way, that he's also playing soccer. He's been with football all along. You know, pretty good on his extra points so far this year, 12 for 14 and 1 for 1 in the field goals. But he hasn't quite been able to convert that to his punting.
4th and 10 at the 44.
High snap. Andrade will get this one away. A great kick that will roll inside the 15 and down at the 13-yard line. 4 seconds remaining here in this first half.
1st and 10, Panthers.
See what Greendale wants to do here. Well, coming up in our halftime report, we'll highlight this week's Scholar Athlete nominees. We'll take the opportunity to meet a few of the sponsors as well. Those are the people that help make Thursday Night Lights happen. We'll take a look at the highlights from the first half as well. All of that in our halftime report, moments away.
And have a performance by the Pewaukee dance team.
And they'll take a knee as Brust will down the football, and that will end our first half here in Pewaukee. A Woodland West Division matchup here tonight. As advertised, a tough one. As the teams hit the locker room tied at 7. Our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights in Pewaukee tonight on My 24. Tied at halftime, Greendale and Pewaukee tonight. From Pewaukee High School, our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Welcome back to our halftime report. Tonight we'd like to highlight some special student athletes as we're proud to present our Scholar Athlete of the Week nominees. This week's nominee from Greendale High School is Mason Hanazeski. Mason carries a 3.905 GPA and has participated in baseball, football, and track, a 3-time Leonard winner in both track and football, and has been on the high honor roll and is a member of the National Honor Society. Mason has been featured performer for the Greendale Marching Band and also enjoys theater and singing, and he has volunteered extensively throughout the community as well. And our nominee from Pewaukee High School is Travis Bentley. Travis plays basketball, baseball, and golf and carries a 4.085 GPA, a 2-time first-team all-conference selection in golf, being only 1 stroke away from qualifying for the state meet last year, and he is 2-time second-team selection in baseball. He is part of the Leadership Club, a member of the National Honor Society, and helps out during youth baseball camps. And according to Jeff Behrens, Pewaukee AD, quote, Travis is a dedicated individual and a fierce competitor, but also a great student. Congratulations to this week's Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights Scholar Athletes nominees. 7-all here at halftime in Pewaukee tonight. Greendale and Pewaukee, a Woodland West Division matchup. And earlier, Mike had a chance to visit with Marianne Scafidi from Heiser Automotive Group.
Thanks, guys. I'm here at Heiser Automotive with Mary Ann Scafidi. Mary Ann, over 100 years, Heiser's been around. Have you ever sat and thought about how many customers you've served?
Actually, I have. My dad was just asking me that same question. I've been going through a lot of records, and I'm right now at about 852,000 valued customers that have come through the doors over 102 years. And I haven't even hit back in the 1930s yet.
That is, that's amazing. All in southeast Wisconsin, and people from this community, and that has to be the reason that they're being part of everything that is being done in our communities, like Thursday Night Lights and high school football, why Heiser is so involved.
Yes, it is. Heiser started off on Prospect Avenue, as everybody knows, as a Ford dealer, and then they've kind of expanded to the different communities. We have 4 dealerships, one in West Bend, West Allis, Glendale, and then the Menominee Falls area.
So, hey, we had this conversation. You started out as a lot girl at Heiser on Prospect Avenue. I grew up on the east side, very familiar with that area.
Well, if you remember the dealership, we used to park cars on top and then drive them down. I drove enough cars down and bottomed out that they quickly put me in the office to answer phones, and from there I went into sales and finance.
And so you know this business really well, obviously. You moved away for a little bit and then came back, got back in sales. You got to be proud of the family atmosphere that you have here at Heiser and the amount of community that you guys continue to give back to. So thank you for that. Almost a million, if you go back, almost a million customers served. Man, congratulations with that.
Thank you.
You bet. If you want to be one of those, a million happy customers, Heiser Automotive, boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you very much. Mary Ann Scafidi and the folks at Heiser Automotive Group, we thank you for their sponsorship this year. And there you are looking at the 2018 Camaro SS, a 6.2-liter V8 engine with manual transmission, dual sport exhaust, and the One SS package with 8-inch touchscreen. I'll flip you for it, Terry. You'll find out more information on this car at HeiserToyota.com. We were going to take that around the parking lot before the game tonight.
Mike was making a big move to try to convince them that would be a fine idea, but they didn't buy into that.
More for halftime here in Pewaukee after this on My 24. Welcome back to our halftime report here in Pewaukee tonight. Our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights. Pewaukee and Greendale tied at 7. Let's head down to the sideline. Mike McGivern with our United States Marine interview.
John, thank you very much. Staff Sergeant Richard Vasey. First of all, thank you so much for your service, young man.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, hey, why is it so important? You're out here on Thursday Night Lights. You guys get a chance to talk to a lot of student athletes. The importance of you guys being able to talk to these young student athletes about becoming a Marine. It's important for you to be in this atmosphere.
Absolutely. This is the critical point in their life where they're making decisions, and these student athletes are the perfect kids to come into the Marine Corps and protect this country.
Hey, so we had a lot of time to talk, and you were a big-time student athlete in Maine. And the interesting part is you went to college for a year and said, look, this just might not be for me, and decided instead of working some part-time jobs to get a career.
Exactly. So I deaded into the road, and I wanted a career, and it wasn't provided for me. So I looked at the military, and that was a great option. Now I'm in almost 16 years now. And I have so much success to thank the Marine Corps for that.
So your wife's from California. I hope she's watching. She doesn't like snow a whole lot, and this will be her first winter. And I asked you how comfortable that couch was. She'll love Wisconsin, right?
She'll love it. She'll love it. She'll be driving my truck, my 4-wheel drive, and I'll be driving her little car. So we'll figure it out.
Hey, 3 kids. Have they seen snow yet?
Yes, a little bit. Not the continuous snow. So.
Hey, sir, thank you so much for your service, and I really appreciate you being here on Thursday Night Lights. Boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you very much. We're tied at 7 here at halftime in Pewaukee tonight. Time now for our Carthage Aspire students, brought to you by Carthage College. And from Greendale High School, we highlight Akayla Rosh. Akayla is an active participant in volleyball, color guard in the marching band, and both math and buddy club, along with being involved with a biomedical engineering program. She co-founded the United Student Alliance and is a member of the Sources of Strength peer program. Akayla represented Greendale at the African American Female Initiative this summer and is a leader on the Greendale Student Equity Team. And from Pewaukee, we highlight Lauren Schaefer. Lauren has known her career path from a young age. She has been working toward a career in special education. Lauren took part in the Pathways to Teaching Insight program, working directly with teaching mentor for a semester. She has been an active member in forensics and drama. In the words of Angie Lewick, school counselor, Lauren works hard, tries hard, and does little things to help those around her. The Aspire program, a 4-year program where Carthage College students develop a dynamic approach to goal setting and life skill building. Students will own their ability to be lifelong learners and impactful contributors in the world. Let's head down to Mike, familiar face, my office mate, Greg Huss.
Yeah, John just said you're really sloppy back at the office, but I'm just telling you what he said. Greg Huss, Director of Admissions, Carthage College. Hey, location, I've been asked a couple of times after I've interviewed you, hey, exactly where is Carthage College? And I said, hey, Greg will let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. Our location is a huge advantage to our students for a couple of reasons. But we're about an hour from Pewaukee High School. We're located right on the shore of Lake Michigan, right between Milwaukee and Chicago.
Yeah, it's a perfect location. Can we talk about visits? These high school kids that you get a chance to talk to here on Thursday Night Lights, if they say, look, I'd like to take a look at the campus, how do they set that up?
Yeah, absolutely. We love to have students come and visit. They can go right on our website and set up the visit, or they can call our office directly. But we do visits 6 days a week out there. Individual visits Monday through Friday, a couple group visits during the Mondays and Fridays as well. But Saturdays we also do group visits. So the only day we don't do visits is Sundays. We got to watch the Packers, of course.
Yeah, or go to church, or both, right?
Church, right?
Greg, it's really good to see you.
Nice to see
Thank you very much. Boys, back to you.
Thanks, Mike. I think I'm the sloppy one in the office. It's not Greg, trust me. We'll be back with more of our halftime here in Pewaukee right after this on My 24. Here at halftime, Pewaukee and Greendale. Let's head back down to our sideline interview and Mike McGivern.
So, guys, I'm here with John Eschen, Community Advocates and Public Policy Institute. He's a former student athlete at Madison Edgewood. Hey, John, September is Suicide Prevention Month, and I know you guys do a lot with that.
Yes, we do. We're just here to tell the message today about families and young people about if you're having issues, talk to somebody.
Yeah, and to the parents, let's make sure that we're watching, especially high school age kids, very vulnerable at that point. If there are some depression issues, it's really important we sit down and have that conversation.
Yep, it's important to keep the conversation positive, just having positive reinforcement and making sure that you have an open line of dialogue with your young people.
John, thank you so much for the work that you and the people with your organization do. Yeah, it's good to see you.
Thanks, you too.
Yeah, you miss playing?
Of course I do.
Yeah, he does. Boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you very much. Time now for our halftime highlights brought to you by Empire Beauty School. And really, neither team able to sustain much, but we've got a couple of scoring highlights here tonight.
Yeah, highlights kind of few and far between, but see what the second half does.
The 34-yard pass play to Miller. That gave Pewaukee the early 7-0 lead.
A little half roll by the quarterback to Oberstein and dropped it in there.
But Greendale came right back. The Panthers on an 80-yard drive, able to get their only sustained drive tonight really for either team was that 85-yard drive by Greendale. They were able to tie it up almost the same way, only this time on the ground.
Yeah, a couple of pass plays helped keep that drive alive.
A 31-yard run by Sam Sommerfeld, picking up his third touchdown of the season, and that's where we stand here tonight. 7-all. Our highlights tonight brought to you by Empire Beauty Schools. Back with the third quarter after this. Third quarter about to begin here in Pewaukee. The Pirates and the Panthers from Greendale tied at 7. Coach, how do we see the second half shaping up?
Well, we saw Coach Stoltz during halftime having discussions with Jeff Paul. I think trying to get Jeff to feel that, okay, I can make those big catches. It wasn't a case where he was berating him or anything. They were just sitting there talking, I think, trying to do a little psychology. So I think we'll be looking to see if they're going to get that passing game going, especially now that Shumway doesn't seem to be coming back.
Yeah, if you're joining us, Brent Shumway went down with an injury midway through that second quarter, has not returned for Greendale. Panthers to get the ball to start this second half. And the kick will sail out of bounds before it got to the pylon. So this will be good field position here for Greendale to start the opening possession of our second half.
You know, that wind's kind of coming out of the east. It feels, at least feels like in the booth here, and so it carried that ball out of bounds.
We've seen Brust mostly at quarterback throughout this ballgame. We saw Colin Book for a couple of snaps in that first quarter, but it's been pretty much Will Brust the rest of the way, and he is out there now. 6'4", 193-pound junior quarterback. So Greendale ball, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Muth will come over as a wide receiver here on the near side. Jeff Paul lined up in a slot here near side for the Panthers. Janezeski, the running back, with Sommerfeld in motion. They'll fake to Janezeski, pressure on the quarterback, and down he will go. TJ Chadwick, who goes both ways, the defensive end, in on the sack for the Pirates.
Yeah, that play looked doomed almost from the very beginning.
Good pressure up front. It was Kuglich who cut off the outside route, brought the quarterback right back to Chadwick. A loss all the way back to the 22-yard line, a 13-yard sack by Chadwick. 2nd and 23.
2nd and 23 from 22.
Again, Brust at quarterback, 2 receivers here to the near side. Going to go to the single receiver, and he wasn't ready, never came back to the ball. Colin Book was the intended receiver out there, the single receiver on that left side of the formation.
Yeah, you know, Coach Stoltz is extremely creative with what he does with his offense, and so, you know, you have no idea who's going to be in what personnel group.
Now facing a 3rd and 23. Sommerfeld, the single back in the backfield. They go 2 tight ends. And they do a quick kick. There was a penalty flag on the snap as Sommerfeld got this one away. It will roll dead across the 35-yard line, but there is a penalty marker back in the backfield. Mike Arndt is our referee here tonight.
Illegal shift is the penalty against the Panthers.
So the Panthers committing that 2 men in motion illegal shift penalty. And Pirates will decline that penalty. They'll take over at their own 36-yard line. We're early here in the 3rd quarter in a 7-7 tie. Again, Pewaukee 2-0 in conference play. Greendale coming in at 1-1 in conference play. Each team dropped their non-conference opener. Greendale falling to Lake Geneva Badger. Riverside defeating Pewaukee in week 1. Very good Riverside team we will see later on this season.
Yeah, people have talked about this Riverside team. I think they have 9 of 11 starters back on defense. They're looking forward to having an outstanding season.
Doberstein from the 41-yard line under pressure on the scramble, has some running room. We'll take it out to the 45-yard line, a gain of 5 on the scramble by Doberstein, the quarterback, brought down by Dylan Schuster.
Once again, you can count on every play Greendale is sending somebody in addition.
Doberstein coming up a little gimpy here after the play. Right as he was going down right there, that left knee got driven into the turf. Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6.
Second and 6.
Doberstein will toss it here. B.J. Yost with some running room. Yost down to the 27-yard line. 33-yard run for B.J. Yost. Sommerfeld and Smith finally brought him down. It'll be 1st down, and again, 1st downs in this quarter brought to you by Gruber Law Offices. One more look.
Interesting wrinkle on that play. They had Chris Young go in motion out towards the right like he was getting the quick pitch, came back with it to the short side, got the big gain.
32 yards on the pickup. This is Johnson going up the middle, moving the pile inside the 25 down to the 24-yard line. A pickup of 4 for Chris Johnson, over the century mark in that first half.
Yes, very hard runner.
Wrestling is his other sport. You can see he uses that leverage at 5'11" frame.
2nd and 4 at the 25.
Rolling out, Doberstein has time. Gets it away, incomplete. Penalty marker down as the defender and receiver fell down. Timmy Haga was the intended receiver. Got tangled up on the play by Sammy Muth out there at safety.
Kind of ran right over the receiver.
Penalties have hurt Greendale here tonight, particularly here in this 3rd quarter.
Pass interference is the penalty against the Panthers.
And again, in high school football, it is 15 yards from the line of scrimmage, not a spot foul. So they will step this one off and move the football inside the 15-yard line.
15-yard penalty.
We've reached the Stritch red zone again all season long. When teams get inside their opponent's 20, they enter the Stritch red zone. Focused on your success, visit stritch.edu. Johnson breaking a tackle into the end zone for the touchdown. Chris Johnson, that is his 4th touchdown of the year. A 12-yard run, and the Pirates back on top.
You have to be impressed with how hard Chris Johnson runs, and he's got that forward lean, just kept churning and driving his way into the end zone.
They take advantage of the pass interference call and the 12-yard touchdown run by Chris Johnson. Andrade on for the extra point. Gets this one up and good. 4 plays, 42 yards. The touchdown, 12-yard run coming at you from Chris Johnson. He just took Muth into the end zone for a 3-yard ride. Chris Johnson, his 4th touchdown of the year for Pewaukee, and they lead it now 14-7. Just under 9 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter. And again, go back to the Stoltz decision on 3rd down to quick kick, and you had the 2 men in motion move the ball up across the 40. So again, setting your opponent up for a short field.
And the pass, throw the pass interference penalty in there. And in addition, when they had the ball, that sack on the quarterback really got the whole thing going backwards.
Panthers got to reach deep down here, trailing by a touchdown. Rob Stoltz, the head coach. Andrade has it teed up middle of the 40-yard line. Again, Book and Smith are standing deep. Andrade will have a bit of a wind at his back here in this 3rd quarter. And this will be Miguel Smith. 25, breaks a tackle at the 30. And out to the 41-yard line is Miguel Smith.
On the return.
31-yard return for Smith. That will set them up in good field position. Logan Evers there to make the stop.
You know, we've talked about the speed Greendale has with Smith, Muth, and Paul. I'm sure Pewaukee wants to find ways to contain them and get them out of their rhythm passing.
Brust will remain the quarterback here. And will break out of the backfield. Unbalanced line to the left, and it'll be a direct snap. Brust bouncing it outside, and Brust out of bounds and over the bench. Look out over there. Brust is okay. Miller on the chase to the boundary that time. Miller now that's in on 6 tackles and the fumble recovery and a pass defended tonight.
And caught a touchdown pass.
Yes, he's had a busy evening. Both sides of the football. One more look there at the Brust run and tipping over the bench behind the Panthers sideline. 1st and 10. Again, a Gruber Law Office's first down here in this third quarter. We'll hand it off and tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. That was Mason Hanazeski, student athlete of the week this week for Greendale. What we call the true Renaissance man, if you will, with his interests in both athletics, music, and theater.
Music, drama, outstanding student.
2nd and 10. From the Pirate 45-yard line. The play fake, Brust gonna air it out. Gets it out there and it's thrown short. Penalty flag down. Intended for Sommerfeld, or check that. That was Miguel Smith, the receiver out there. And this will be a pass interference call. That'll move them down close to the 30-yard line. We get another look.
Pass interference is the penalty against the Pirates.
Maybe that grab, that right hand getting on the shoulders just at the last second there.
I'm sure the Pewaukee faithful will have a way of looking at that in a slightly different view.
That's why I threw that in there. Perhaps it was that right hand.
But they've been trying to get those deep vertical routes all night.
Well spotted at the 30-yard line following the interference walk-off. 3 receivers, 2 here to the near side, and it's going to be Brust. Able to cut back across the middle. Penalty marker, though, right where he made his cut. This might be coming back for a hold. Right near that area where Brust made his cut back, and it is indeed a holding call on the offense. Zamberi, Justice Zamberi, a player we're featuring tonight, one of the players to watch, stepped up to make the play. The holding call will move it back to the 40-yard line.
You can see that Brust moves extremely well. You know, we've mentioned that he's a basketball as well as a baseball player, but at 6'4", 193, excellent size, very, very good athlete.
10-yard penalty on the holding call, moves it out to the 40-yard line for Greendale. Sets up a 1st and 20. Again, they'll go unbalanced left here. Brust on the keep. Tackled from behind, across the 35-yard line. Max Sheridan, the inside linebacker, making the stop for Pewaukee. About 7 of those yards back. It'll set up a 2nd and 13.
Yeah, he initially wanted to go to that unbalanced side, but then he saw it plugged up, cut back to his right, almost shook it loose.
Cooper Young, and I believe it was Kuglich out there that kind of caved in that left side, was able to shed the extra blocker on that left side. 2nd and 13. Again, they'll go that unbalanced look to the left. They'll bring Smith in motion on the jet sweep. And read nicely by the Pirate defense. Like it was Kuglich over there on that near side. And Levier also there.
Yeah, Kuglich was a first-team all-conference performer last year as a sophomore on the offensive line. Getting double duty here tonight.
Well, critical third down with Greendale down 7 here, midway through this third quarter. Facing a 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12.
Dylan Schuster lined up in a slot here to the near side, along with Smith. Brust. Gonna throw it out. Completes the pass to Paul, out of bounds. Did he have control of it? He did. They will call it a completed catch right at the first down marker. Jeff Paul, who was targeted 4 times in that first half, and Coach, that goes back to what was being talked about, I'm sure, at halftime. Coach and player having a candid conversation.
Look at it. Brust kept his cool as he completed that play.
They call it a completed pass. And a timeout taken here by Pewaukee. We'll stop play here with 5:49 to go here in this first half. So Pewaukee burning a timeout on defense, and I think this is a good call by head coach Justin Frisky to kind of settle his defense down.
Yeah, he didn't waste time going to yell at the official. Initially, he wanted to talk with his defense, make sure, okay, they got that play, got to shake that off, you got to do what's in front of you. I'm sure he's asking politely, are you sure that was a catch?
Let's head down to the sideline and Mike McGivern.
So, guys, Sean Cassidy, he's the head men's basketball coach at Concordia. I'm a big fan of his. Sean, thanks for coming out. Let's talk a little bit about campus life at Concordia, living uncommon.
Oh, it's great. We're off to a great start of the season. All the fall sports are up and running. Students are back on campus. It's beautiful. So we're real excited about the start of the year.
Sean, we've had that conversation a lot about what a student athlete can expect when they get on campus at Concordia, and it really is a special place for these kids.
Oh, absolutely. I love Concordia. I've been there for a long time. It is very special. But we bring in some of the most outstanding young men and women that are living uncommon. They're involved in so many different activities, from the music to theater to athletics, and are high academic achievers. Our teams are winning academic champions as well as conference championships.
Man. Sean, thanks a lot for coming out. Really appreciate the sponsorship and the partnership with Concordia and Thursday Night Lights.
All right, thank you, Mike.
You bet, boys. Back to you.
Mike, thank you. 4th and 1 for Greendale. And timeout taken here. Second one by Pewaukee here on this play. So they are down to 1 timeout remaining here in this second half.
And we talked about Coach Stoltz always having a little wrinkle, so now he walks his quarterback out from being in that shotgun position, takes him to the left side, trying to get things outnumbered with the Pewaukee defense.
End your day with 4 hours of family comedies that everyone will enjoy. Defy the daily grind and dare to share. Late Night Laughs. That's weeknights at 9, starting September 16th on CW 18. And we are close indeed to the red zone all season long. When a team gets inside their opponent's 20, they enter the Stritch Red Zone. Focused on your success, visit stritch.edu. 4th and 1 from the 21-yard line. They have to get it just across the 20-yard line for the first down. Again, this was a juggling catch by Paul. They ruled him short of the stick. So 4th and 1 here for Greendale. Brust the quarterback. Split backfield, single receiver. And it will be Brust. And Brust, second effort. Boy, it's going to be close. Perhaps just enough surge by that offensive line to get Brust to the 20. And indeed, a first down brought to you by Gruber Law Offices. One more look.
Got a good block from his center. Will he'll help get that drive, get that key first down.
Vale, a sophomore at center. And again, this quarter, first downs brought to you by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. 1st and 10, Greendale at the 20, inside the 20-yard line of Pewaukee. Going to change up the play. Sommerfeld, your single back. Sammy Muth, single receiver to the left. Miguel Smith lined up here to the near side. Brust, play action. Going to the end zone, and it's overthrown, incomplete, looking for Muth.
Didn't seem they were on the same page as far as the pattern that was being run there, whether the guy was going to do a quick post.
You see the coaching staff there singling in the play. Rob Stoltz, head coach and the offensive coordinator for this Panther team.
2nd and 10.
We go twin receivers here to the near side. Actually, twins either side here for Greendale. Single back is Sommerfeld with Brust the quarterback. They will hand it off. Sommerfeld net at the line for little gain there. Again, this is where they could use Shumway, who's not in there because of that injury in that first half. They would bring him in as that H-back, kind of the lead blocking back on a play like that.
Yeah, they're trying to use Schuster, Dylan Schuster, much like they use Shumway to get some of that lead blocking.
3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
Brust, quick out ball tipped at the line of scrimmage. It was Chadwick who may have gotten a hand on it there for the Pirates at right defensive end. Well, Coach, what do you dial up here? You got 4th and 10 at your opponent's 20-yard line. You're down 7.
Well, Coach Stoltz is definitely going to go for it. He's not going to rely on the kicking game at this point. But I think
you go back to that play with Muth, maybe in a little more of a post route.
Try to see if you can get him to do a quick post.
Rust rolling left. Will throw. Coming back for it is Muth at the stick. And they rule him out of bounds. He caught the ball out of bounds, so they will take over on downs. I think it was Elliott Miller out there who's had quite the ball game tonight on the defense of that pass to Muth.
I don't know if we'll get a replay of that. Not a bad throw.
It's basically a comeback route. They're going to go 12 yards and come back to the stick to make the catch. But unfortunately, Muth was out of bounds. So the Pirates take over on downs at their own 20-yard line. Stein will lead them out. Here's that 4th down play again.
1st and 10 at the 20.
Close. Trying to toe tap.
On the carry.
Never quite got that foot down.
Schuster with the tackle. 2nd down.
Nazir Spencer getting the call that time, the 5'8" senior. Gain of 2 will set up a 2nd and 8. Now Pewaukee going to take as much time as they can here. Under 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd.
Just got to be careful not too much time as the officials giving the indication that they're headed towards 5.
Play action. Doberstein has time. Now will take it upfield. Cuts back across the 30 and falls forward across the 31-yard line. Should be enough for a Gruber Law Office's 1st down. Joey Tates able to make the tackle. 5 tackles on the night for Tates.
Once again, we see them doing rollout, the straight drop back. There's been so much pressure put on by Greendale.
Able to get that Cooper Young on the right tackle pulling out there. Able to get that chip block on the linebacker, at least. Oh, Doberstein some time. Johnson, big move across the 40 onto the 44-yard line. Chris Johnson having quite the ball game tonight.
takes on the tackle. First down.
At 100 yards rushing in that first half, Sam Sommerfeld able to make the tackle. Johnson, a junior, on this Pewaukee team. Able to flip the field here a little bit now. Johnson, 150 yards rushing tonight. The toss will go back to Yost.
BJ Yost on the carry.
Got a yard out of it, out to the 45-yard line. BJ Yost, a junior, coming into this game with 16 carries on 106 yards.
They tried that same play where they had Johnson going hard to the right like he was getting the pitch, came back with Yost to that left side.
Sets up a 2nd and 9 from their own 45. Again, it'll be BJ Yost to line up in a wing to the right side. Chris Johnson, the single back. Bring Spencer in motion. Doberstein throws it in traffic and overshoots a couple of receivers out there. Might have been Timmy Haga, the tight end out there on that side, may have been the intended receiver. Bring up a 3rd and 9 for Pewaukee. Bring Schrader in now, along with Ashton Janowski. A pair of sophomores in at the receiver spot now. On this 3rd and 9 from the 45. Three-step drop, incomplete, sails over the head of Ashton Janowski, the intended receiver. Brings up 4th down, and the Pirates will punt. Just a simple 3-step drop that time, but ball sailing on Doberstein, and so the punting unit on now for Pewaukee. Sammy Muth back to receive.
4th and 9.
This will be a low kick. Skip around inside the 25. And we'll roll dead at the 20-yard line. Andrade with a 36-yard punt. We'll take a break. 14-7 Pewaukee in front late in the 3rd on My 24. Greendale takes over on the punt at their own 20-yard line. Minute 47 to play here in the 3rd quarter, trailing by 7. Again, it will be Will Brust at quarterback. Dylan Schuster moves back into the backfield. And the handoff goes to Mason Hanazeski, and he'll take the pile out to the 30-yard line. Nice run by Hanazeski for 10. BJ Yost in on that stop. It'll be enough for a Gruber Law Office's 1st down here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, in the year, Hanazeski's been averaging about 7 yards per carry. And so they're trying to see if they can get that offense to grind out a few more plays.
1st and 10 from the 30. Schuster in motion back into the backfield. Hanazeski again the call and driven back. Stout interior Pirate defense that time, able to force Hanazeski back for no gain. Sklenar and Lavalle were both there.
Now here's where your defensive backs have to read their keys. If you're going to give a play action fake, and then is he going to try to go deep, see if Brust could hit one of his speedy receivers downfield.
2 receivers to the left here. In motion back into the backfield was Schuster. They're going to throw it up near side, overshooting Mike Miguel Smith that time, the junior.
And there was that little dive fake and then try to hit the guy deep.
Actually, it was Paul the intended target. They've tried that about 3 times tonight. Paul had his hands on it a couple times, but that one thrown too far. 3rd and 10 for Greendale.
Well, we've seen Brust able to throw that little out pattern to get himself 9 or 10 yards when he needed to try to get that first down. See if he looks to that combination once again.
Schuster and Muth here to the near side. And Greendale will take a timeout. So the Panthers take their first timeout of this second half. 31 seconds to go here in the third. And you see Rob Stoltz, the head coach, also the offensive coordinator, calls all the plays. Pewaukee defense, Mike Lecker, senior.
Coach Lecker, yep. All 54 years, he's checking down his list. Okay, here's what you got to look out for. Here's your key. You want to double check.
As Mike said, he is as active on that sideline as he was day one as a head coach, defensive coordinator for Pewaukee. 3rd and 10 from the 30-yard line following the Panther timeout. They'll go empty here. Brust gets it away, and the pass is dropped incomplete at the 45-yard line. Muth, the intended receiver, had it but could not bring it down to the ground.
You know, Brust put that ball right on the dime there and just couldn't make the completion.
Credit B.J. Yost out there for knocking that away as Muth tried to bring that in. So 4th down, punting unit on. Miller at the 40-yard line. Lets it go over his head, and it will roll inside the 30, down to the 26-yard line with 15 seconds to go here in the third. Let's head down to the sideline, and Mike McGivern.
So guys, on the offensive side of the ball here at Pewaukee, they feel like they're starting to wear down the front 7 for Greendale. I think you're going to see them continue to run the ball, pound the ball up the middle, and that trap play they've hit a couple of times today, you're going to see that probably in the next few plays here.
Mike, thank you. Yeah, Chris Johnson has run that well, and then that also B.J. Yost with a couple of nice runs off that trap play as well. First and 10 from the 26. Johnson, the single back. He'll get the call. Working the right side is Johnson, out across the 30-yard line. Good hard run again by Chris Johnson.
Yeah, they had that pretty well stopped up, and Johnson just keeps churning and driving, getting up the field. But once again, they're running into all those blitzes, and that's creating some havoc for their offense.
We'll head to the 4th quarter in Pewaukee tonight. The Pirates holding a 7-point lead. Our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on My 24. With high school Hall of Famers Mike McGivern and Terry Kelly, John Weiser back with you in Pewaukee. 4th quarter, 14-7 Pewaukee. Pirates with the ball, and they go with that dive play again over the left side, and Chris Johnson for a couple.
At that time, they blitzed Sam Sommerfeld, stepped up from his safety. He's actually playing more like a linebacker spot. Brought another linebacker off the other side, trying to fill every gap with a body.
They've got Solis in there now as a nose tackle. Again, Shumway out with that injury back in the first half, has not returned. Johnson, first down for Pewaukee. Out to the 38-yard line. Gain of 7 for Johnson. Joey Tate's able to make the stop, the junior linebacker for Greendale.
Now a young defense here for Greendale as well. They've got 6 underclassmen out in that group, 6 juniors. So they're, Coach Stoltz said the way you tell a program how good it is when you don't have those big studs coming back as seniors. How well do your young kids step up?
Johnson again. Rips it up the middle across midfield. Chris Johnson to the 30. Brought down near the 21-yard line from behind. Matt Schultz chased him down, but Chris Johnson with the big run. 42-yard run for Johnson, approaching the 200-yard mark tonight.
And what's as impressive about this whole performance is how well he's also playing on defense.
Went left and cut back to his right. He's now over the 200-yard mark. Coming in, Johnson, 127 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns, and he's eclipsed that yardage mark here in one ball game. He'll get the call again. Johnson, another big run inside the 15, wrestled down near the 12 as we're in the Stritch red zone. Brought to you by Cardinal Stritch University.
Well, we saw that they had brought Solis in at nose to help replace Hart as people start to wear down a little bit. And right now, Pewaukee's got a little feeling like, okay, we got ourselves going here. I'm sure they're going to try to keep driving it.
They'll mark it inside the 10, 1st and goal. Johnson again. Johnson inside the 6-yard line. Gain of about 4 for Johnson. Evan Taft, honorable mention all-conference last year. The junior able to make the tackle. Logan Doberstein, the quarterback, 6'6" sophomore. It's been Chris Johnson on the ground here in this one, over 200 yards rushing tonight for Pewaukee. He is the single back. 2nd and goal. He'll get the call again and breaks a tackle, actually gets a couple. It was Taft again who got the mid on him along with Nate Hart.
Chris Johnson brought down by Nate Hart.
Brings up 3rd and goal here for Pewaukee. They will mark it at the 5-yard line for the Pirates. Haga will come in. BJ Yost will exit here.
Okay, got to be careful here not to get a delay penalty.
3rd and goal. From the
5-second count on by the back judge. And they got the play away. And there was the delay here. It was thrown by the back judge.
Delay of game is the penalty against Pewaukee.
Just a hair late getting that snap away as the count was on that time. So
they had a late substitution that kind of slowed things down.
Get a look at the coaching staff for Pewaukee.
Coach Fricky in the middle there.
So it'll be 3rd and goal, this time from the 10-yard line following the delay of game penalty. Johnson, the single back, he'll get the call. Tries to take it outside, but gang tackled there.
Now they try to run it back to that right side, try to set that up for a field goal attempt.
James and Schultz were both there. So this will be a 26-yard field goal attempt for Davis Andrade. He hit from 24 week 1 against Riverside, his only field goal attempt this season. Middle of the field, 26, bit of a crosswind. Good snap, good hold, kick is away, and the kick is wide left, no good. So Greendale dodges a bullet here, almost at the midway point in this 4th quarter.
TV timeout.
So a nice drive, but unable to come away with points. 8 plays, 70 yards, the missed field goal. Johnson with a couple of nice runs at 32-yarder that set them up in Greendale territory.
Pirate football is sponsored by Baylow City Cycling and by Hammer Strength Electrolyte Supplements.
So a 14-7 ball game here with just under 8 minutes to go. Well, time now for our Uncommon Moment. Is brought to you by Concordia University. Live Uncommon. And it occurred here in the second half. Brust, the quarterback. Watch as this run ends up here. Right up and over the bench.
Bounced right up, though. He's ready to go again.
Took out the garbage can and a water cooler to boot. Tonight's Uncommon Moment brought to you by Concordia University. Live Uncommon. Well, needless to say, big drive here for the Panthers, down 7. Need to get something going here.
Once again, you got that trio of receivers that they've been trying to get the ball to all night. Now that you're under 8 minutes, going to be looking for something to try to get a mismatch.
Muth, the single receiver here to the near side. And this is Colin Book, the quarterback, has the rejected back in his face guard that time. Luke Levier, the strong safety, able to get in there and knock that one back right into the grill of Colin Book.
Now they've been doing those out patterns. Don't be surprised if you see a down, out, up, as they try to break that. Do a little pump fake and see if you can get that set up.
Here it is again. Swatted away. Levier with the swat away.
Nice athletic move there by Luke.
2nd and 10 for Greendale. Paul and Muth will line up here to the near side. They'll go 4 receivers, 2 to a side, single back in the backfield. Book has time. Now cuts upfield across the 20 and out of bounds near the 23-yard line. Again, this is Colin Book on this drive. We've seen Will Brust most of the night. Book coming into this game 6 of 8 for 68 yards, and he's rushed for a couple of touchdowns already this season.
Yeah, nice size, 6'1", 182-pound sophomore.
Well, the money down here for the Panthers, 3rd and 7. Now we got a penalty, 12 men in the huddle, I believe. Yep.
Penalty on the play against the Panthers for too many men on the field.
Yep, 12 men in the huddle. Again, penalties tonight have really hurt the Panthers. They've come at the most inopportune times.
Right, they were trying to get a different personnel group there. They wanted to take out the one running back, get another receiver in there.
3rd and 12 at the 18.
Jeff Paul lined up as a single receiver here to the near side. Twins to the right side for the Panthers. They'll empty the backfield. Out goes Sommerfeld. They'll roll Book, the quarterback, to the right. Throwing on the run, has Muth, makes the catch. Out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 32. It'll be a gain of 14 and a first down for the Panthers. Elliott Miller in on that stop along with Zimberry.
Excellent throw that time. They've really been working.
Again, rolling right, throwing right. That's a tough combination, but he was able to get it out there. Muth made a nice play on the ball. A late substitution here for Pewaukee.
Yeah, they had a player go out because of a helmet problem.
1st and 10, Greendale.
1st and 10 at the 32.
And they'll toss it out to Muth. Makes the catch, dives forward across the 40 to the 41-yard line, a gain of 9. On the Book to Muth pass, Logan Evers, the corner on the near side, finally got him to the turf.
Yeah, Book has that ball on the way as he's making his break. You can see that.
Officially a gain of 8 across the 40-yard line. Will set up a 2nd and 2. Clock an enemy now. 6:40 and counting for Greendale. Book under pressure, got it away. In and out of the hands, incomplete. Miguel Smith, the intended receiver. Chris Johnson, the inside linebacker, on the blitz, right in the face of Book as he got that one away.
You have to be impressed with both Brust and Book, how well they've stood in there when they're having a blitzing backer coming at them. Try to complete that throw.
Johnson, who goes both ways, he's the running back over 200 yards tonight, making a play on defense. 3rd and short now for Greendale.
3rd and 2 at the 40.
Book has 3 receivers to the right. Be the quarterback draw. He'll get to the 41-yard line. I think he's going to be short by a yard, bringing up 4th down. Spread everybody out and run the draw play. So 4th and 1. Coach and quarterback communicating here. Fourth and a yard for Greendale. The game on the line here for the Panthers. Be the quarterback again. Book will get the 1st down out to the 45-yard line. Pickup of 4 by Colin Book, the quarterback. Moves the chains here for the Panthers. I think it was B.J. Yost who got in there to make the tackle. Official stopping play here.
Officials timeout.
Coming up following the game, stay tuned for our Champions Trophy presentation brought to you by Rudig Trophy. We'll be following our ball game tonight. Not sure why they stopped play here.
I don't think either team called a timeout.
Now they get the officials set here. They chase the coaches off the field. Be a 1st and 10 play here coming up from the 45-yard line. They'll wind the clock, 5:35 to play. Well, 2.5 men have moved. It's still on the same grade station, but now at a new time. Catch it weeknights at 6 and 6:30 on Milwaukee's My 24.
1st and 10 at the 45.
From the 45-yard line, 1st and 10, Greendale. Again, that 3-receiver look to the right side. Book, quick toss, inside screen. Muth, and it's well covered by the Pewaukee defense. Maybe a yard, if at all. Again, it was Chris Johnson and Levier, both there for the Pirates.
Yeah, Pewaukee, sped to the ball real well that time, stopped that from any gain.
Again, time the enemy here right now for Greendale. 4.5 minutes to play, down 7. Book. Throwing it off the break. Paul makes the catch. Inside the 42, down to the 41-yard line. Jeff Paul had a rough night in that first half. Comes up with a big catch here. There is a penalty marker on the play.
Another out pattern. We've seen that repeatedly.
It's a long discussion here between the line judge and the referee. Now Coach Frisky not liking what's taking place here. Mike Arndt, the referee, and Coach Frisky. don't know if the discussion is on the offensive line, maybe not having somebody covered up on the line. Now the umpire going to get involved in this.
Well, they didn't enforce the penalty on Greendale, so I'm not quite sure exactly what the call was. We haven't had the signal.
Well, the debates are on the other channel tonight, aren't they? They're going to wave off that penalty. So there was no foul. Justin Frisky not liking the explanation. Not sure if that was having too many on the line of scrimmage. I do know before the game, we're having a lively discussion between Frisky and the officiating crew, and this might have been one of those areas he was talking about. Now, first and 10 from the 41. Book looking for Paul through his fingertips and incomplete. Well, hand-to-hand combat going down the field with the corner there, Logan Evers.
Yeah, the defender was saying, I think we had some offensive pass interference that time that Paul pushed off of him.
We'll take one more look here at the incidental contact, perhaps. Let's head down to the sideline and Mike McGivern. All right, we'll get to Mike here in a moment. 2nd and 10 from the 41-yard line. Again, 3 receivers to the right, single receiver near side. Book gets rid of it, completes to Muth, far sideline, inside the 35 and out of bounds, near that first down marker.
Yeah, Pewaukee that time got out of whack in terms of their defensive coverage. They didn't have enough men to the trip side try to cover that. They were overbalanced to Greendale's left.
Stepped out of bounds near the 33-yard line. We'll set up 3rd and short here for Greendale. Under 4 minutes to play, trailing by 7. In motion is Schuster back into the backfield. Book will keep it. Fighting for that first down yardage, going to come up short.
It'll be
4th and about 1 here. Joe Sklenar there to make the stop. Well, another critical down here. 4th and a good yard here needed by Greendale. Once again, for the Panthers, this is game on the line.
Okay, slightly different personnel group in this time. Took out one of the receivers, brought yet another back in.
And it's going to be Sommerfeld. He'll get the first down inside the 30. Sam Sommerfeld, the junior running back, with the carry and the first down. The drive continues here for Greendale.
Yeah, ran to that right side. You got Jacob Martin at tackle, Zach Hamilton at the guard, Vale at the center position, the sophomore.
So 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Again, Sommerfeld in the backfield. Schuster in a slot to the left.
1st and 10 at the 28.
Pass.
Book, quick release. Finds Muth again out there. Immediately went to the turf with the catch. About a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 upcoming. Again, the clock rolling here. 2:40 to play, down 7. So we make our way into the Stritch red zone tonight.
2nd and 5.
And it's been all Colin Book here at quarterback on this drive. He wants to throw. Pressure, and down he goes back at the 30-yard line.
Book is sacked by
Freddie Crawford there on the sack. Huge play for the Pirate defense. It'll be a loss back to the 30-yard line. One more look here. He's trying to, I think, pump and then wait for his receiver to break, but Crawford was right there on the arm to bring down Book, the quarterback.
3rd and 12.
Loss of 7 sets up 3rd and 12. Book has a man out there. Leaping grab inside the 10-yard line.
1st down, Panthers.
Evan Torno, the tight end, his first catch tonight, and a big one.
Yeah, with Brett Shumway out of the game, gone to turnout.
And Pewaukee will take a timeout on defense. We will take a break as well. 1:22 to play. It'll be 1st and goal, Greendale, when we come back. Our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on My 24. 16 plays so far on this drive for Greendale, and they have it 1st and goal inside the 10-yard line. Down 7, a minute 22 to play. They have 2 timeouts. Book on the roll. He's going to keep it. Book. It's inside the 10-yard line, down to about the 8. Colin Book. It's been all Book on this drive. He has really led this team down the field.
Couple key throws. He's kept his cool as a sophomore.
17 plays, 72 yards so far on this drive. Under a minute to go here in the 4th.
2nd and goal.
Pewaukee trying to hold the Panthers out of the end zone. Sommerfeld in the backfield. Schuster in motion will line up in the backfield. Book will keep it. Book diving forward.
Book on the keeper.
Down to about the 5-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and goal for Greendale. Greendale will take their second timeout. Timeout Greendale. Stay tuned at the end of the game tonight. We will highlight our player of the game, which is brought to you by the United States Marines. Pewaukee out of timeouts. Greendale has 1 remaining. 32 seconds to play, down 7, facing a 3rd and goal from the 5.
Well, hypothesize a little bit here. If Greendale scores, do they go for 2?
Rob Stoltz, yes.
I think Stoltz will go for 2.
On the road, similar situation Saturday.
With
My game at Carthage up at Oshkosh. Of course you're going to go for 2 on the road here. But they've got to get it in. That Pirate defense out there for 18 plays here on this drive. So they have the 1 timeout. If they don't get in and stay in bounds, they can stop the clock to set up that 4th down play. But this will be 3rd and goal from the 5.
The out pattern has been there all night for them.
Smith and Muth, the receivers. Book will get rid of it, and it's broken up at the pylon, incomplete, intended for Muth. That was Elliott Miller again out there with a pass breakup for the Pirates.
Okay, interesting. He's bringing Will Brust in now at the quarterback position.
They'll bring the play in from the sideline. Let's see what they do here. Greendale will take their final timeout to talk about it. Elliott Miller tonight with 12 tackles, a pass to 5 passes defended, and he caught a touchdown tonight. Keep that in mind.
Not a bad. Couple of different folks, depending upon the outcome of this game, are excellent candidates for that Player of the Game award.
Pewaukee student body out here tonight. Youth night tonight, so they've had a very nice crowd here on the home sideline.
And as we heard, we want to thank Mother Nature for cooperating, holding off that rain.
Justin Frisky hoping his defense can hold off Greendale here. They face a 4th and goal from the 5. It is Brust in at quarterback. Book will line up as a receiver here. He'll be on the near side. Sommerfeld in the backfield.
And do we get some kind of double pass out of this with Book going in motion or something?
Brust will toss it out. It's back to Brust. It's a touchdown for Greendale. It was Book taking the direct snap from in motion and throws it out there to Brust, who made the catch for the touchdown, and they're 1 point away from tying this one up. They are going to kick it. One more look. It was Sommerfeld handing it off to Book, who then tossed it out. You called it, Coach, some sort of a wrinkle in that formation. This to tie the game. Pedro Alvarado gets this one away, and we are tied with 22 seconds left. 5-yard touchdown pass. Sommerfeld on the carry. He initially got the snap. Handed it off to Book, who tossed it to the quarterback, Brust, for the touchdown, and Alvarado's extra point caps off a 20-play, 80-yard drive at 5-yard touchdown pass.
Well, we talked that Coach Free always said there is something always in Stoltz's back pocket as far as a play to use at a critical situation, and that's what he did right there.
So we'll see what Alvarado does on this kickoff here. Again, this time we've got Johnson back there as one of the... Johnson? No, that is not. That is Miller and Spencer, I believe, out there.
Yeah, Nazir Spencer.
Alvarado will kick off for the Panthers.
Alvarado will kick it away, but it will sail out of bounds with no time coming off the clock. So they'll move the ball out to the 35-yard line for the Pirates with 22 seconds to play. And the only time the clock will stop is if you go out of bounds or on a made first down to move the chains here.
You know, we know that, Pewaukee doesn't look at its passing game as the essential part of their offense, and you've got Doberstein back here, and whether or not you're going to say we're going to try to take some shots downfield, you may just say, okay, we're going to go to overtime and see what we can do.
Doberstein will lead them out. Fake the handoff to Johnson. They'll come around the near side. This is Spencer. Nazir Spencer gets the first down. If they get to the line of scrimmage, they can spike the football here. Spencer with a nice rip down to the 42-yard line. And they'll spike it to stop the clock with 13 seconds to play. Nazir Spencer, 5'8" senior on that carry.
Coach Fricky trying to decide what he wants to try to do here.
2nd and 10 from the 41. Again, out of timeouts. Nazir Spencer with that nice run. Same play. Spencer again. Spencer stops short of the first down marker. Clock continues to roll here. Can they get them set in time? Doberstein under center. Doberstein, I should say, and he'll clock it with 0.7 of a second left. Does Andrade come out here? This will be Thelis Andrade coming out for an attempt at a game-winning field goal. This would be a 51-yarder for Andrade. Cameron Gensler will hold. TJ Collins in to do the long snapping. The kick is up, and it'll come up short. And we will head to overtime. Heck of a try by Thelis Andrade.
That was headed right down the middle.
It was headed down the middle.
Have the distance.
And again, a little bit of that crosswind knocking that one down. So we will head to overtime here in Pewaukee. A Woodland West matchup. We will have a coin toss and see who gets the ball first here in this first overtime.
You know, you win the toss. Normally you want to go on defense. You got to see what you're going to have to do.
Each team will get a possession. We'll have a coin flip to determine who will start this overtime. One more look at that last second attempt from 51. About 5 yards short. That was a, would have been good from 44, but he needed 51.
Good attempt.
Heck of an attempt there by Andrade. Again, he moved here from Brazil 4 years ago. The captains for both teams will make their way to the center of the field.
See Joey Gordon, who's not able to play tonight. He was concussed a week ago, and they weren't going to take a chance trying to bring him back too soon. He was cleared, I understand, yesterday, but they're going to err on the side of caution, which is the right thing to do.
So we'll have a coin toss here to decide who will start this overtime with the football.
We'll get to select whether they want to play offense or defense first.
Mike Arndt, our referee.
High school overtime rules similar to college overtime rules.
Arndt explaining the overtime rules here. Let's see. Team will start the drive on the 25-yard line. All-important flip. Pewaukee winning the toss will play defense, coach, as we predicted. Panthers will get the ball first, but they will have the wind at their back. That will help here.
It's going to be interesting to see who comes out as quarterback. Book obviously led that drive down the field. Also, it's not going to be at all surprised to see some kind of a, I don't want to call the play a gimmick play. That's too much time goes into these plays to call them gimmicks. They're well thought out. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if we saw Coach Stoltz reach into his little playbook and pull something out.
So Greendale will start at the 25-yard line. First down's the same. You can pick up first downs.
Greendale will start with the ball 1st and 10.
Each team will have one timeout here in this overtime period. It will be Book at quarterback. You will have Muth and Sommerfeld lined up here to the near side.
Got Miguel Smith out to the right.
He'll fake the toss. Book trying to keep. Good job by the Pirate defense. Book late to get down to that field, trying to fight for extra yardage there, but the Pirates had that play well read.
Right.
Gain of 1, 2nd down and 9 from the 24. Again, we're in overtime. Greendale scoring with 22 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Went on an 18-play, 80-yard drive to tie the game.
Second and 9 at the 24.
It'll be Paul and Smith out there to the right side, along with Schuster. Single receiver near side is Muth.
Once again, that down and out and up pattern.
Paul comes in motion as Book now tries to set up a screen, and again, well read by the Pirate defense. As wrestling down, Cooper Young that time on the stop.
Cooper Young makes the tackle.
Another one of those young players for Pewaukee, a junior.
3rd down.
Mike Lecker Sr. in that defense rising to the occasion here, forcing a 3rd and long now. A loss of 2, 3rd and 11 upcoming here for Greendale. Again, this is our first possession of overtime.
3rd and 11 from the 26.
Again, 4 receivers, 2 by 2 here for Greendale. Book being chased, will get it away, and it is incomplete, intended for Muth. Logan Evers there to make the stop.
Nice
break that play up.
Nice position. He was able to kind of hip the receiver to the sideline and stay in front of him.
That's how you teach it. Force him to the boundary. Get to the inside and able to break it up. So 4th down and 11 for Greendale. First possession of overtime. If you're just joining us, Greendale scoring on a 18-play, 80-yard drive, a 5-yard touchdown pass from Book to Brust. 4th and 11, penalty marker at the snap. We got a false start on Greendale.
False start against the Panthers.
So now it becomes a 4th and 15. And Greendale will take their timeout that they're allotted here in this overtime period.
Now it looked that time like Pewaukee was only going to send a 3-man rush. And that's always that debate you have with yourself. Do you try to put some pressure on the quarterback, or do you drop 8, try to cover all the angles?
That's what Mike Lecker Sr. is talking to us as we head down to the sideline and Mike McGivern.
Time started. Coach Frisky said, look, guys, if we win the toss, let's play defense. And then we're going to get a stop. And then offensively, we're going to jam it down their throat. We're going to go get a score, is what he said. So exactly what he talked about here. He wanted to play defense first. So far, so good, boys.
Absolutely here. 4th and 16. Book with pressure. Steps up. Delivers. Over the middle, caught inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal at the 8. On the catch that time by Miguel Smith. A diving grab on 4th and 16. Greendale still alive. One more look. And Book didn't panic with the pressure coming and split the two defenders, setting up a 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
1st and goal.
Again, Schuster, the fullback, Sommerfeld bounces it outside down to the 4-yard line. Off the bottom of that pile for the Sklenar inside linebacker. One more look here. This is a first overtime possession, converted on a 4th and 16 to keep the drive alive.
2nd and goal from the 4.
Tate's in there now in the backfield with Book, the quarterback. Book trying to get to the outside, and down he goes at the 11-yard line. Sklenar and Cooper Young able to chase down Book, the quarterback. Now it's 3rd and goal. Just outside the 10-yard line.
Well, Greendale has demonstrated the ability to get key first downs in long yardage situations. They got the trip set to the left side this time.
They'll empty out the backfield. 5 receivers going out here for Greendale. 3rd and goal. They'll throw it short, and it's dropped incomplete. Sommerfeld, the intended target, got a hand on it but couldn't bring it in. It was B.J. Yost out there on the coverage for the Pirates. We'll see.
See if this is a kick or not. Like, you know, we keep trying to second guess what Coach Stoltz is going to do here.
This will be a 27-yard field goal attempt from the near hash for Pedro Alvarado. Gets this one away. It is up, and it is good. Greendale takes their first lead of the night, and it comes here in the first overtime on a 27-yard field goal by Alvarado. Seven plays, 15 yards, capped off by the 27-yard field goal. Good job all the way down between the long snapper, the holder, Sammy Muth, and of course Alvarado. 2 clutch kicks here. The extra point to tie the game with 22 seconds left. And now the 27-yard field goal. So now the Pirates on offense in this first overtime. And they'll give it to Johnson down to the 15-yard line. Chris Johnson, who's had a heck of a ball game tonight, over 200 yards rushing. Colin Schuster brought him down. And again, a touchdown wins it here for Pewaukee.
Well, you heard Mike say that Coach Frisky said we're going to jam the ball down their throat. Got to see if they can crack a seam here.
Johnson picks his way around the left side, takes it down short of the 10-yard line, but it will be enough for a first down. .225 yards rushing tonight for the junior. They'll spot it at the 12. First down. Johnson again. Inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line. 8-yard carry for Chris Johnson. Another look.
Little trap play there. Came right up the gut then.
It's almost a case of, we know what you're running, we just have to stop it.
2nd and goal from the 3.
2nd and goal. They'll spot it at the 3-yard line. They'll send the man in motion. Johnson, unable to get away.
Chris Johnson on the carry.
Good stop on the play that time.
Third down.
Larenth out there. Luke Larenth. 4th tackle tonight for Luke. Brings up 3rd down. Get it inside the 2 for the 1st down. 26 carries, 245 the numbers for Chris Johnson tonight. And coming in, had only 127 yards rushing in 3 games. Johnson met in the hole. Nothing there. Evan Taft, the honorable mention all conference, able to wrap him up there. Along with Nate Hart. Oh, are they going to decision time here? They have 1 timeout to use, and they will take it here. Justin Frisky says, let's talk about it, fellas. Again, we're in the 1st overtime. 27-yard field goal by Alvarado. Greendale, their only lead tonight.
Well, both teams have an individual you can look at and say, boy, we're here in this overtime. And if it's Greendale, you're looking at Colin Book, what he did, taking over in that second half. And if you're Pewaukee, you're saying, you know, we've, you know, ridden on the back of Chris Johnson, who's, you know, 245 yards, an amazing total.
And Pewaukee coming in 2-1 overall, 2-0 in the league, the Woodland West. Greendale coming in at 1-2, defeated New Berlin West, lost last week to New Berlin Eisenhower, so they are 1-1 in the West Division. Offense stays out on 4th down.
4th and goal from the 5.
Johnson on the fake. They'll come around the near side. Spencer into the end zone. Touchdown! Nazir Spencer. Pewaukee wins it. There is a flag on the play. Hold it up here. This will be a holding call, I believe. Wow.
Well, a great call in the sense that you fake it to Johnson, who's been carrying the ball, and
give it to Spencer.
Give it to that halfback.
But it all for naught on the holding call. So this will move the football back to the 17-yard line. Bring up a 4th down now. Do you think about kicking it here, Coach?
Well, Coach Fricky, it didn't seem like he was even thinking about doing the kick. So
officially from the 16-yard line. This is it right here.
I believe
and
we
there
got
was
an
movement. Offside on Greendale.
Against the Panthers.
A little anxious, trying to time the snap. Rain starting to fall here in Pewaukee. Sure was 43 may have been the guilty party.
And they're lucky that got whistled because you could see the blitz coming from the outside. There was no one picking that up for the quarterback, and Doberstein is probably going to get hit from behind.
Split backfield, Johnson and Spencer. They'll roll Doberstein out. Looking to the end zone. Knocked down, Greendale wins. Pass is broken up. And in overtime, it was Matt Schultz able to get in front of that pass and knock it down. And Greendale, the only time they lead tonight is when it counted the most in overtime to pick up the win. One more look on the rollout. And Matt Schultz, 6'3" senior, climbed the ladder to knock that one away, and Greendale survives here in Pewaukee. Your final in overtime tonight, the Greendale Panthers 17, Pewaukee 14. Stay tuned for our postgame coming up next, our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on My 24. An exciting one here tonight in Pewaukee in overtime. Greendale never led in this game until the overtime period. The 27-yard field goal, the difference. They stopped Pewaukee on 4th down to pick up the win, and they even their overall mark at 2-2, 2-1 in the league. Let's head down to the sideline for our player of the game.
Hey, U.S. Marine player of the game, Colin Book, something else. Hey, great second half, young man.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, you bet. That's awesome. He would make a good Marine.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great Marine.
You want to hand him that trophy?
Yes,
there
sir.
You go. Colin, nice job. U.S. Marine player of the game.
Colin Book, player of the game tonight, presented by the United States Marine Corps. 9 of 14, 64 yards. They threw the touchdown pass in the fourth quarter that tied this ball game and sent it into overtime.
Right. I mean, he just came in as a sophomore and, showed his athletic ability. And also you saw some very clever play calls.
It was the Sommerfeld who took the snap, handed it off to Book, who delivered to Brust for the game-tying touchdown that sent us into overtime, capping off that 18-play, 80-yard drive. Colin Book, our United States Marine Corps player of the game. Well, next week going to be just as exciting as we go to the North Shore Conference when Homestead meets up with Whitefish Bay in a North Shore battle. And that'll be next Thursday night at 7 right here on My 24. Remember, our games will be rebroadcast on Friday nights at 7 here on My 24. That'll do it here from Pewaukee. Thanks to our My 24 sports crew, Mike McGivern on the sideline, Terry Kelly up in the booth. Thanks to Dan Pollack, our stats man, and Sean Raffaelli, our spotter, as Greendale picks up the win on here in Pewaukee. John Weiser saying good night from Pewaukee.